Hey everybody, welcome. What's up? It's iCkEdMeL. Thanks for stopping by. Kind of last minute. Let me just do a quick audio and video check. Alt delete says tips. There is new release some hours ago. Interview with Chloe Smith mom. I saw some of that. Can you email me, because I'm trying to find the full interview. The one that I saw is just clips. I meant to message Kato about that too. It's like this small little tiny bits of clips. And I'd like the full interview if possible. Unless they're going to release it at a later date. Small little tiny bits of clips. What's up? What's up? Everything good? Let me just do a little. Everybody's here. Please hit like. The notifications go out. Thanks for the people that checked out the previous story that I covered as well with those Houston kids. I'm going to be working on a new story tonight after this video, a missing person. What's up? What's up? Give it a second for people to join. We're going to be talking about the Northport police and also watching some of the videos that Olivia has done with regards to the water bottle and the whole situation, how it came to be, because I saw a lot of people kind of questioning it and doubting it. I put all her links in the description below, so her TikTok, YouTube, her website, if you want to go check her out, you can do that. What's up? What's up? Welcome. I did a video on that earlier. I have a little update to that too. The kids in Houston. I might just post it on Facebook. It's a small update. Oh, my throat. Everything got thrown upside down for me today, so that's why everything's kind of late. Just had to adapt and kind of, work with it. Welcome, welcome. H-Town. First time commentator, long time lurker. Let me see. I gotta fix my screens. Oh, this is good. Yeah, that situation in Texas is just nuts, man. I don't know how those kids have been there all that time. Supposedly neighbors had tried to report it. Let me check this message here. Somebody sent me the screenshots. Oh, Vic did. I think I'm going to do a quick update video and post it on Facebook. But somebody says that this is where I live now. We came home last night to it, and we've been telling the owner about the kids being abandoned before and them outside late. They say the mother abandoned them a year ago. She was on drugs. We never knew one stayed there. We had never seen these kids before until last night. It's crazy to us. I don't know, man. So yeah, follow, stay in tune for that. Alicia, thank you for the super chat. And also thank you, Nelly, for the membership and the member free super chat. Thanks for all your great coverage on all stories, Mel. Been a long time viewer. Thank you, Nelly. Alyssa said, I try to be as understanding as possible, but what type of operation are police / FBI running? Bro, I don't know. I've been wondering that. Listen, I've been trying to give the benefit of the doubt. I've been trying to be nice and maybe this, maybe that, the weather this, the weather that. Bro, everything that we're seeing is like, well, this looks pretty bad. There's multiple slip-ups. I mean, you could even say, because when I spoke to Sylvia last night, Sylvia was saying, even you can look at the Moab police situation and how that, how that whole situation happened. Somebody should have been arrested that day. Multiple mishaps by police. So let's check this out together. Thank you guys. Appreciate you joining last minute.
And the family reported him on Friday. That was certainly news to us that they had not seen him. We thought that we'd seen Brian initially come back into that home on that Wednesday.
But Chris and Roberta Laundrie told investigators they hadn't seen their son since Tuesday. They later changed their statement to Monday.
Was it just someone else that you saw?
I believe it was his mom, who was wearing a baseball cap. They had returned from the park with that Mustang. So who does that, right? Like, if you think your son's missing since Tuesday, you're going to bring his car back to the home. So it didn't make sense that anyone would do that if he wasn't there. So the individual getting out with a baseball cap, we thought was Brian. And the family.
So it was actually the mother that they saw. They didn't see Brian. Bruh. Crazy. Now, okay, this is Olivia. I put the links for her, all her stuff in the description if you want to go check out her videos. And she's the person, I think she was with multiple people, but she was the person that found this water bottle, which I believe is clearly, there's no question, Gabby's bottle that was in that picture from the van. And there's been multiple pictures. Actually, on my Twitter, this person, Janine, posted this. After going through Brian and Gabby's social media, here's some views of the green water bottle that I found. It's kind of like a unique bottle. Oh, I'm covering it. Right here. Right there. I mean, there really shouldn't be any question. There's people thinking, some people thought it was planted. Here in the van as well. And that's it. So I figured we could watch some of her videos because she kind of breaks down and explains exactly what happened. She also spoke with the guy who found the noose, which I've seen nooses before in my venture. Well, once I saw a noose and I was freaked out. But, you know, I don't know. Could this have been anything to do with Brian?
So I just got confirmation that the water bottle that I found today is Gabby Petito's, and it's in my car right now. I have the water bottle because I told the police officers, I said, like, this could be evidence. It's right next to where Brian's remains were and where his dry bag was found, and they didn't care at all. Like, literally, they wanted us to throw it away, and I'm glad I kept it.
Oops.
I'm so glad I kept the water bottle because something was telling me that it wasn't just like a random person's water bottle. It was something much more. I'm shaking right now. I'm literally shaking. Here is the same water bottle that was in the back of her van. And what's even more screwed up is that I found socks next to this water bottle, like 2 black socks, like men's ankle socks. And we found a bunch of bones. And it's insane because, like, I have been scouring this area of Myakkahatchee Creek for like miles with Andra and Jonathan. Never once did we find a single bone. But within literally like a 200-feet radius of where the dry bag was found, we find a ton of bones, the water bottle, and 2 socks. This is sketchy. And the police go over there, they don't even care. They only took the bones. But everything else, they were just like, yeah, whatever, like, throw it away. I'm so glad. And I have Gabby's water bottle right here. It's in here somewhere. This is her water bottle. I'm shook.
It's pretty wild. Somebody said here, John, can we say this was the sloppiest investigation ever? TikTokers have invested more time and provided more evidence than the actual FBI. I don't know about more time, but it is crazy, man. All the breaking stuff, like the family just walking out there and finding Brian's remains or his belongings. Megan, thank you so much for the membership. Terry Oliver, did you hear about the gun fished up in the waters Fort DeSoto, weighted by a rock, bruh? Yeah, we're going to take a look at that too. I have the article. I saw that last night. And I was just kind of like, it's interesting. I don't know. You know, it's hard to say. How can we tell if it really belongs to him or not? But it is an interesting find. Here's another.
Okay, guys, so we just came back from the reserve. We were there for about 2 hours. We found the exact location where Chris Laundrie and Roberta found Brian's dry bag. Right next to the dry bag is a huge orange spray painted location that smelled like it was putrid. It was sprayed right next, like a couple feet away from where the dry bag was found. So we're assuming remains were found there. A couple feet away, deep in the grass, I found a water bottle. I'm not sure if this is Brian Laundrie's water bottle. I will show you a picture. I have not had time to look at his Instagram or the pictures of the back of their van. To see if this is the same water bottle, but I just got service now, so I'm gonna go look, but I'll show you the picture of the water bottle. Here's the water bottle. It's very zen-like. It said Seattle, Washington on it. It's from REI. I'm gonna show you a video of the water bottle. Thanks in here. There's a water bottle right here. Whoa, I just found something. Again, this could be nothing, but I found this several yards away from where his remains were found, near the white dry bag that his father found. And this was in the grass, so it's potential that maybe law enforcement missed this, or it could be just a random person's water bottle. Again, it just seems kind of suspicious, but I'm gonna go see if there's pictures of this somewhere on the internet. Maybe it's on Gabby's or Brian's Instagram. Maybe you guys can help.
All right, so we're gonna watch her explainer video. By the way, Alyssa, thank you so much for the super chat. I know our world doesn't run like an FBI TV show, but clearing the area where Brian was found is a no-brained. Yeah, lazy. Terry, thank you for the super chat. DC, his views were dropping, so he had to milk Laundrie and Gabby more. Pathetic. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Okay, let's see.
So I just got confirmation that the water bottle that I found today is Gabby Petito.
Wait, what did we watch? Okay.
So Olivia found the water bottle out at the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park. We had notified the law enforcement. They came out there. They collected some bones. We asked them if they would collect the water bottle. They said they did not want to collect the water bottle and that we could throw it away. We had no internet service out there. We couldn't even find out if it truly, in fact, was related to the case at all. But when we did, I
have no idea if the super chat was for me, but regardless, thank you for the super chat, though. I don't know.
Reached out to the Petito family to see if they would like Gabby's water bottle returned to them.
So this is the police here now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, they walked away from the water bottle.
We didn't know if it was something, but we better be safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
I appreciate everything.
What?
No, we're not.
Okay.
Thank you.
So they're not taking the water bottle.
They just left it there. This is at the police station. Snowflakes, why would someone bring a water bottle with them if they were just going to commit, off themselves close by? Yeah, I don't know what happened to Brian. I saw a lot of things going around last night. People saying that no DNA, something about Brian Laundrie and DNA. I don't know that they've even run a DNA thing yet. There was some sort of confusion going on last night. Maybe somebody could explain it later. Brian Laundrie's autopsy inconclusive. I'll take a look at that once we're done going through these videos. And I'm going to run a poll as well about what you guys think about the water bottle. I don't know how to word the question. Is the water bottle significant? Does it matter? I don't know. Probably full of vodka. Oh, Lord. Let's just ask that. There's no real good way to ask it, I guess, but all right.
Let's see your hand.
Oh, and if you guys could please help me out with the likes, por favor, just hit like. It's free. I'd appreciate it. Helps the server, helps the live stream, the video.
That you're releasing it to me.
Okay. Now, we also want to make a request that once you release this property, that it goes to the Petito family or the Schmidt family if they so want it.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right, here is your, write this down, and
Yeah, please make sure the notes are on there. We want to make sure that if this is truly Gabby's property, we want to make sure it gets back to her family. If they don't want it, that's fine.
you'll be the first contact, and Olivia will be the first contact once it comes up to be released, and then she'll be able to decide what she wants to do from
Okay,
there.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Hold on to this, which is just a copy of the receipt.
All right.
Alrighty, y'all.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I thought it was a good thing. I think it's pretty awesome that they found that. I mean, definitely hers. I don't know how that was missed.
So we found this very zen-like water bottle.
Whether they get something or nothing from it.
The location where the white backpack, Brian's backpack, was found was right around along that tree line. So see how close this water bottle is to where his backpack was found.
Okay, so here's the explainer. William, thank you for the super chat. I think they likely have enough evidence to determine he killed Gabby, and that manner of his death is not material to the case. Probably, yeah. I think, let me see what the poll says. Amazon sells them. So what, some people think this was fake, like planted or something? My poll disappeared, but it said like 70% believe it's significant, the water bottle.
Hey guys, so today obviously was insane. I have tons and tons of footage to post, but I have not had time. When I was out in the swamp, there was no service. When we left, I mean, so
70% say yes.
much happened. I haven't had time. So I'm going to tell you what happened and how and what led to finding Gabby Petito's water bottle, because a lot happened and I have not had time to post the footage. I'm on the road right now. When I get home, I will. So right now, I'm going to tell you what happened. So we would not have found Gabby Petito's water bottle if it wasn't for a tip that I got last night. I cannot say the name of this man because he wants to remain anonymous. He and his family, they don't want his name out there for privacy reasons. So I'm just going to call him Jay, just a random name. Or Joe, Joe. Okay. So I got a phone call. And this man says that he saw my TikTok video that I posted 2 days ago where I literally pinpointed exactly where we found the tent and the remains are to the left. I'm sure you've seen that video. If you haven't, you can watch it. He said he lives like a few blocks away from the Myakkahatchee Creek Trail, and he walked over there because he was intrigued, just like many other people. And he was there, and he found a noose hanging from a tree near where Brian's remains were. He also said there was a woman there also searching, and she said she found a black do-rag that had a green marijuana leaf, and it said, what did it say? It said, hold on, I have to find what it said. So I looked at the text message Joe sent me, but it said, "This bud's for you." So it's a black do-rag, and the woman, she said it was Brian Laundrie's, and she had it, and she also told Joe that she found other things, but when Joe asked, like, oh, what else did you find? She was like, are you a policeman? And he was like, no, and she didn't want to say what she found. I actually have, hold on, let me show you something. I recorded our whole phone call with Joe and I. It's very fascinating. I highly recommend you listen to this, but he talks about the woman. He talks about a lot of things. Listen to this. So when Joe told me that, I immediately called Andra and Jonathan, and I was like, we have to meet this guy tomorrow morning and see if this is really true that there is a noose hanging from a tree. So today at 8 a.m., Jonathan, Andra, Joe, and my mom and I meet at 8 o'clock. We walk the 11 to 15 minutes to the tree with the noose. I'm running out of time. Okay, so I'm doing a part 2.
Let's check part 2.
Do not watch watch this unless you've seen part 1, you won't know what the heck I'm talking about. So, where did I leave off? So, I received a tip last night. A man said that he found a noose on a tree. So, at 8 a.m. today, my two friends, Joe and my mom, we went to see if this was really true. When we arrived and when we saw the noose, we immediately called police because it really looked like a noose. And I'm going to show you the photo. Now, remember, this noose was literally...
I don't know why the thought of that, I know this is kind of bad, but that racetrack guy, Bubba, or what's his name? Bubba something? Where he thought it was a noose and all the news was freaking out and everybody was going crazy and it was just like something, it wasn't a noose, it was something that they do to hold up something. But the media was going crazy.
I would say maybe 300 feet away from the tent, which was all over the news. It was the tent that was near where they set it up near where Brian's remains were. And then this noose was also maybe 500
Yeah, Bubba Wallace. How crazy was that, huh?
feet from the 3 spots where his remains were found. Again, I posted a video 2 days ago where I
Garage door closer. Yes, people went nuts. Freaking nuts.
showed orange markings of where there were remains. So that's how close this noose was to where his remains were found. Again, I posted a video 2 days ago where I showed orange markings of where there were remains. So that's how close this noose was to the crime scene, literally. So here's a picture of the noose. So when we called police, it took like maybe 20 minutes and a police officer came. He found the spot. Only one police officer came. And he told us immediately, we didn't touch anything. We took pictures and we stepped away. And then he asked Joe a bunch of questions, which I have on video and I will show you. But we later found out that one of the police officers, because another one later came right after, one said that this was a swing and it's been there for years and there was actually wood on the bottom, but it...
Now this makes me think of Aaron, because Aaron did a whole video about the swing thing. So maybe I'll pull up a portion of his video after this. I saw him covering something about the swing because it's the same swing supposedly that Brian was on with, I think it's like his nephew or something. So we'll take a look at that as well.
Like broke off. So they debunked it. It's not a noose. It's a swing. Again, there's a lot of controversy to this because it looks like a noose, and even if it's a swing, it's just kind of creepy. And it's the fact that it was at such a close proximity to Brian's remains. That's why we were so suspicious, and we wanted to make sure that it wasn't a noose. So that's why we called the police.
Yeah, so I want to call the police for that. Darren, thank you for the super chat. This is grade A TikTok clout chasing. Stop giving this hack the benefit of the doubt. Fake as hell findings. Keep up the good work, Mel. Keep up the good work, though, Mel. Thank you. Let me show you real quick. I think I have the video here somewhere in my archive, if I still have it. This is a really bad quality image, but I think because what happened was I think my recording device overheated, so I found this out in the woods on a different situation. Let me see if I have video. If you want to talk about being... No, that's not it. I had video once upon a time somewhere. Is this it? I'm on the other side of, if you find a path in... No, if I find the video, I'll show you guys, but I've seen something like that before hanging from a tree. What somebody told me sometimes, and I don't know if this is that situation, that sometimes people put those ropes to hang their like food from, so like animals don't get it. I had the thing somewhere. Let me see. So I checked it out. Nobody's there right now, but it definitely looks like somebody lives there. which might be why it's good to talk to homeless people, because they've definitely have had to see Shannon. Something else that's really weird as I was walking here. Check this out. Isn't that weird? Almost looks like a noose or something, but it's... I think it was just a rope too. Oh no, there it is. There it is. If you look up top here. I mean, you'll find all kinds of stuff. I'm telling you, I've been out to these places myself. Not particularly where these people have been. But you will find clothes, shoes, bags, like trash, all kinds of stuff. I think it's more significant in their search because obviously that's where Brian's, like, I guess, remains were by. So it is interesting. I would, you know, I wouldn't call police, but I mean, the water bottle, yeah. I mean, I guess if it's there for the bones and everything. And I've had encounters too of running into bones myself. One of these videos, I have it. Move to the next one. Part 2, part 3.
Okay, here's part 3. I did not realize this would take so long. So this actually might be pretty long, okay? So bear with me. You need to watch part 1, part 2 before watching this to understand. So where we last left off, we showed a police officer a noose on a tree, which was debunked to be a swing. Here's some video footage of Joe, the man who tipped me and told me originally about the noose. He told the police officer about the woman who found Brian Laundrie's do-rag and other belongings. So here's the video.
And then she said, yeah, I mean, you know, she found the do-rag, and I said, I've seen pictures of him in do-rags. He had the bald head, and then the second one she didn't want to tell me about. So
And she found that over on the other side, about 500 feet over on that side?
She found it about 500 feet from this site, but literally 15 feet. You know, there's one circle when you walk in. There's a second circle where there was evidence. She found it 15 feet from where the second circle of evidence was on the other side. Okay.
So about 5 feet from the noose, this was there on the ground. It is a piece of fabric. I'll show you the 2 other things that we found near the noose. A purple lighter and this charcoal colored water bottle. Sorry, it's so dark, but again, we showed the police officer these 3 things: the fabric, the lighter, and the water bottle. Let me put some light on here so you can see me. But after that, we decided to keep looking, because when Joe told me that there was a woman who found this do-rag that supposedly was Brian Laundrie's, it really got us all thinking, wow, if this woman found that and she didn't tell Joe or didn't want to tell him the other items that she found, what else could there be out there? And that really sparked our curiosity, and we decided, you know, we're not going to end the search and just call it a day and say, oh, the noose was just a swing, let's go home. No, we were like, nah, something just doesn't sit right. We're going to keep on looking. So we went back to the original location where Brian's remains were found, the 3 spots with the orange spray paint, where the woman 15 feet away from, I think, the second one was where she found the do-rag. So we're looking around in this area. We kind of split up. My mom goes like way out. Wow, I cannot talk. My mom goes way out to the very end, and I kind of go to the right. Joe goes to the left, and Andrea and Jonathan are also there. So we're all kind of split up looking around. Again, during this time, there were now 2 police officers, and they were kind of chilling near the noose, and I don't even really, quite frankly, know what happened. I wasn't paying attention to the policemen, but I know they were still in the general vicinity. Okay.
That was part 3, right? Did we do 4 already?
So here's part 4 on how I found Gabby Petito's water bottle in this field. If you have not seen part 1, part 2, and part 3, please watch that before watching this so you understand how and why I ended up in this field. So in my last video, I talked about how we all spread apart in this area because there were 3 spots with orange spray paint. And my mom decided to keep walking a little further, so I decided to follow her. Once you keep walking, basically the forest stops and there's this field. So I just kept pursuing my mom, and she was literally across this field, and I have video footage of me filming me walking towards the field. And another thing that all of us made sure to do, my mom, Andrea, Jonathan, and Joe, is we were filming literally the entire time. So when we were walking and scouting the area, we had a phone in our hand filming. We made sure to do this. So I'm going to play a little bit of the video of me finding the bottle. Oh, and one more thing. So when I approached the end of the woods and faced this clearing, this field, my mom yelled something. She said that there was orange spray paint. So that's why I was really adamant on going through this field, because she was pointing out something. So we're looking for other stuff in the area where Brian Laundrie's remains were. My mom just said that she found an orange spray, like orange spray paint. Mom, how did you get
Thank you, Lynn, for the super chat. Appreciate it.
that through here? There's rattlesnakes in here. There's a water bottle right here.
Oh, Lord.
Whoa, I just found something. So here's a point of reference to show you. So here's the bottle. Where I'm pointing at that tree, under that tree is where I will show you in the next video, the spot where we all believe, and we really, really 100%, like, no doubt believe this is the spot where Brian Laundrie passed away on. That spot right there is about, I mean, I can guess that is at least maybe 200 feet away. That tree right there, where there's an officer standing talking to, I forget who that is, I can't tell from here, that is where we find bones, which I will also show you. But here is just a reference point. I later found out that my mom actually went around the field, so she didn't trek through the field. So I found the bottle because I was trekking right through the field. So this person actually here was a reporter. We weren't the only ones out there, guys. Remember, the park is open to the public. Anybody and their mom and grandma can literally come here right now and look around. In fact, we saw some people, we saw several people out there. So in part 5, I'm going to talk about the remains under the tree and the bones over here.
I think, Aaron, we should take a road trip, man. We can take a little road trip one day, go for a day up there. I mean, the only thing about going over there is, like, there's been so many people there already. I don't know what there is to see that nobody hasn't seen already, you know? Let me get these other links too, because we're going to talk about the whole skull thing, or, well, the inconclusive thing, where the whole skull thing came from, DNA not matching the skull, which I don't think that's accurate at all. Somebody, Skyline News, whoever that is, posted. Let's see what kind of page this is. I have 30,000 likes. I don't know who this is, but they posted supposedly DNA does not match skull found. I think that was, those words were taken out of context, and I heard that it was supposedly from Nancy Grace. I'm not sure, but we'll touch on that as well. Let me see what else. Couple other things. We got this. Okay. They're just saying the cause of death is inconclusive. I don't know if we'll really ever find out. All right.
All right, so this is part 5. Here's Gabby Petito's bottle. That is the tree with the remains under it. And I'm going to play you the next video that I took right after this. Again, please watch all of the parts before watching this video so you understand what's going on.
Skyline is fake.
So my mom found an orange. Oh, God. I just almost stepped on something, yeah.
Hold on.
You see something?
Yeah, they're bones. They may be animals. You almost
You found bones?
It's a spine.
It's a spine.
Of some sort.
Oh. So once we had found the bones, at this point was when the 2 police officers made their way down to this field. Because when my mom was the first one to find the field, and when she yelled about that orange spray paint, that's when I followed her, and then everyone started coming.
Look human?
The officers didn't say anything. One stepped away to talk. I tried to overhear the conversation and I couldn't really hear much. He was just saying that there were bones found, and then he was like, yeah, okay, and then that was all. So it's a little confusing, but in terms of whether or not there is confirmation on those bones, if they are human or not, all we know is that Northport police said, quote, they are not related to this case or any other. So that's all they had to say about that. All right, so now we're going to talk about the orange spot that my mom had found. It is confirmed that this is Brian because the reporter, he actually, he's from Fox News, he was there when Chris and Roberta went to this spot and found the white dry bag. In this picture is literally right next to that orange spot. I would say the orange spot is like to the far right of them. They found the white bag here?
Right here.
Right.
Like there.
Right there.
I told you they took that tree off to have more space to look.
Okay.
I told you.
It smells right here in this area, badly.
Yeah, we were here the other day. This spot.
Okay. So as you just heard in that video, you can scroll it back. He said this is Brian. So it's confirmed right here where remains. Now, I just feel uncomfortable even talking about this, but the smell was putrid. There was a stench and it was very strong. And the other 3 locations back towards the woods where where we had originally found the other day, there was no smell. This was the only orange spray painted spot that had a very, very strong smell to it. I don't know, it smelled like ammonia to me. Gosh, I'm running out of time. But I'm going to do part 6 to this, okay?
Part 6.
Okay, here's part 6. And we
Shorter.
found 2 men's ankle socks. And this was probably a couple feet away from where his remains were found.
There's just a sock.
So this is the second sock. We found 2 black ones. Here's another picture of those socks. And then literally a few yards away from the socks, in the tree line, Joe came across this fabric. It looks like yarn. They were thinking maybe it was part of a hammock.
The same type of material that you was kind of seeing, in the colors of fancy hammock type thing.
Oh yeah, part of a hammock.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, here's part 6, and we found 2.
Just is so odd that where he made that left-hand 90-degree turn.
I don't know who Joe is, but it says we're meeting Joe at the reserve now to keep searching.
He walked directly into where the remains and where the bag was. That is the key link. And I think with photos and walking and timing it and making that straight turn almost to that, doing that whole thing again, like you said, with a stopwatch, walking in, making that left turn and say, here's the area where the police was, here's the area where the 3 spots was, but here's where Laundrie's dad went and turned in, and that's where the stench is, and that's where the dry bag was, and that's where the water bottle was. Brian Laundrie's dad knew exactly where that was. And I think, importantly, your mom noticed it. None of us did at the time. The 2 big branches right above that the police cut down with a chainsaw. And you could tell your mom was on it. She's like, look how fresh this cut is, So that was I think, the key for all of us. And then when the reporter got there and he's like, well, I know it was right there. And I'm like, how do you know it was right there? And he's like, this is right where we walked in, And so it's just so many things, I think, came together for us in the last 30 minutes we were out there that, I think we could certainly be way more focused in that particular area. And like I said, you saw it last night when you were talking there. I read 20 people that said you need to take a metal detector. This is
So we're going to move on a little bit from that. But this new video clip too that came out about an hour ago from Inside Edition, it says Brian Laundrie's dad to lawn protesters, let us grieve. So the protesters are still out there. Let me run a poll real quick too. Do you think that the protesters should still be out there? Let's do that. Do I still have the other one open? Oh, my bad. Okay, let's do this one. Computer's all freezing up. Protesters. Let's ask the community. All right, let's check this out real quick. Oh, and if you guys wouldn't mind hitting like, please, por favor. Gracias.
Brian Laundrie's father hammers no trespassing signs into his lawn, and he is pleading with protesters today to leave his family alone. The Laundrie's attorney, Steve Bertolino, told me the 5-week-long siege of the family's Florida home has to stop.
Chris and Roberta did not help Brian flee. They did not put him on a plane. They didn't put him on a kayak or a boat or a ferry. You know, the message is go home, go back to whatever it is you
They got kids out there too.
do with your life, and leave Chris and Roberta alone.
People are really angry with them still. Don't you think it would benefit them to come forward and say what they know?
For the last 4 or 5 weeks, you know, people have been yelling and screaming outside of their home. So they're not exactly, you know, willing to come out and say, oh, by the way, all you people that have been yelling at us, you know, here's some information for you.
There's a water bottle right here.
Meanwhile, citizen internet sleuths made an intriguing discovery near the site where Laundrie's remains were discovered last week.
Well, the water bottle we've been covering. Let me get the super chats too. Ems, thank you so much for the super chat. Keep up the good work. Kenneth, is it true that DNA didn't match the skull? We're going to talk about that. Thank you. Gmail, you're doing calls tonight, please. Yeah, once I get through everything, if you guys want to, we can do calls. You know, nighttime, you know how nighttime calls are. Lynn, thank you for the super chat. Ellie, Jonathan Lee Riches, same guy who has been trying to get attention outside of Cassie's house, and I think the same blonde in police station. I think they were together, yes. Scotty, y'all talking crap now. Y'all be wishing this pro TikToker / investigator was on the case when you get murked. Better pray she makes a part 6 for your ass. Thanks, Scotty. Adrian, the protesters need to go home. The Laundries aren't even there. Did they leave? I thought I read something somewhere that they left or they were going somewhere else. Let me show you this quick brief video. I found this cloth. Cut it open with my machete. And I found bones inside. I'm pretty sure this has to be animal bones. So, I like to see trash. I'm a thing. To go through the trash. I didn't really. I'm afraid to like look what's in here. Sounds kind of hard. I'm gonna have to cut this open. All right, give me guys 1 second. All right, let me cut it. Hold on. I think I found bones. I don't know if it's animal or what it is. Oh, fuck, man. I was not expecting to find that here. It turned out to be pretty much some type of animal. Cut it open with my machete. And I found bones inside. I'm pretty sure this has to be animal bones. I mean, I don't know. I see these teeth here. This can't be like human. Obviously. I don't know if I should report this. I'm pretty sure this is animal bones. It's just when this happened, this is with the Layla Cabot situation. I'm just giving you a quick example of like there's always things that I've encountered. I reached out to somebody for Pink Justice and I just sent them the pictures and they were like, no, it's just animal bones. So I didn't call police or anything like that. I did send it to one other person, right? And it was supposed to be meant to be kept in like just between us, not to post it. This person goes ahead and posts it on social media and they're like, oh my God, human remains are found. I never said that, but I guess the person wanted the attention and they wanted to put that out there. I was like, wow, okay. The news thing, I don't even think we need to listen to this call because I think they debunked it. I mean, you guys let me know. I don't think we need to listen to the call, but it's on her channel. I'll put the links to her channel if you want to hear it. Let me see. I texted Aaron. Aaron's not there. They also found some more bones today. Let me move myself back. Oh Lord. What am I doing? So this was an hour ago. I just found these 60 yards from location where Brian remains were found. Could be animal. Oh, I'm blocking it again. Lord almighty.
Brian Laundrie's dry bag was found and about 60 yards away from where his remains were, and Gabby's water bottle was found in that field. But these could probably be animal bones.
68% said the protesters should still not be there. They should leave.
We're not exactly sure, but I just thought I would share. Here's they're all scattered in this little area right here. It's another one. Could be pig, could be deer. Yeah.
Pretty interesting. Now, I saw this last night. A couple of people sent it to me. Thank you for the people that did. Fisherman finds weighted gun in Fort DeSoto. Chris Sacco, 35, took the weapon from Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. Oh, to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. Christopher was fighting a large fish, or so he thought. He'd already lost it once he wasn't going to lose it again. When he finally reeled in the line, he realized he had the catch of the day. I can't read it all. But it wasn't a fish. Instead, it was an abandoned gun. So, I mean, I don't know. I saw this. I don't even know that even if it was Brian's, let's say, or something, I don't think they'd be able to get anything off of this unless he had a registered gun. And I'm not sure how this is weighted by a piece of string or whatever they tied it with. Doesn't look weighted to me. But people were talking about that. These are her websites if you want to check it out. Links are in the description. Let me see if I can pull up the swing video from Aaron and just show a portion of it. I don't know what the timestamp is. Let's see.
On a swing. But obvious that they are actually sent to me, so thank you to whoever sent this. But at the end of this video, I found something interesting with the swing, okay? So as you can see, this girl's on this swing, and he pans over from the water. So it's obvious that they are on the, or they are likely on the, well, I guess I don't know which side they'd be on. Actually, you know what? It looks like the sun is setting on this side. It's probably the evening, so I would assume that they're on the Prosper side of the trail because the water's right here, and they would be on the right side.
True.
But
he even said maybe the gun recovered may help solve other crimes. That's true. That is true, because you never know.
All that said, you can see this girl in the video is playing on this swing that has a huge branch as the seat of the swing. And then if we go to Brian's Instagram, we can see him on a swing. And I thought, oh, well, look at this swing. Let's see if we can match it up and see if it's the same swing. And sure enough, if you look, this would be the same shot. So the guy in this video would be down here behind where Brian would be, looking up towards her on the swing. So as we can see, if we take both of those images, and I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller here.
Yeah, he did a good job. Aaron, you got to teach me how to do this. This is nice.
Left is the image from the girl in the video, and the right is the screen grab from Brian's Instagram photo. And that was actually taken from 2020, July 6th of 2020. You can see if we flip Brian's image, you can see it lines up perfectly, this notch in the wood. So this is the exact same swing. Not that that's the craziest thing in the world, but the fact is that Brian went back to a place that he knew. Brian ended up at a place that he knew, at the very least. We don't know how he got there. We don't know the details about how he ended up where he ended up, but that swing is just along this canal on this trail that he is said to have frequented often. So I don't know. It's interesting to say the least.
So I'll put the link to his video in the description as well. He has a really good channel. Just played a portion of that. But he's really good at doing like maps and explaining locations and things like that. So I add him to the bottom here. Let's see. Okay. And yeah, you guys want to do calls once I'm caught up here? I think there's only like 2 more things to go through. I think super chats. Jeannie, the protesters should go to the lawyer's house. Brian's parents followed his advice, so let them take the heat. They paid him. Beyond blessed. I'm new since Gabby, but what kind of incomplete investigation is going on with the BL case? That's a good question. Beth, thank you for the super chat. So let's go over this. 2 more things, I think, and then we'll just go over let's see if we'll do some calls. The initial autopsy for Brian Laundrie's remains did not uncover a cause of death, though a more intensive examination will be done, a Laundrie family lawyer said Monday. Laundrie's remains were found last week. We know about all this stuff. That's all we heard. Did not produce concrete results for Brian's death. I was told the manner and cause of death were not determined, and the remains were sent to an anthropologist for further examination. This Sky News last night put this out, which I got this a bunch of people DMing me. Laundrie's DNA does not match skull found. Autopsy comes back inconclusive. So I'm thinking they did this for clickbait because I haven't heard that anywhere, that there wasn't a DNA match. Just a weird way to word it, because if it was, that would be everywhere. It would be blowing up. But of course, people are running with it. 124,000 shares. So it pays to just, or, do false things. Let me check for the calls. See what you guys want to do. Do a couple calls. 65% said yes. I'm going to work on a new story tonight as well after the stream. And by the way, make sure you guys check out Discord. Discord is popping. The last Friday of every month, everybody's welcome to, we're going to do like cases or videos, watch documentaries, and then talk about it after. And then the members, we do it every Friday on Discord. Stay for love. Have you seen a psychic/medium, Donna Reverend Safarina's vision of how she was murdered? I haven't seen it. She has solved cases and has helped FBI close cases. I'll put the link. Well, thank you for the super chat. I haven't heard of that. Definitely haven't heard of that. Let's open up the lines. And I'll take a quick look to see if there's any other updates. Okay, I'm going to mute myself. Give me 1 second. Thank you, Shannon, for level 2 supporter. Gracias.
You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
I'm going to make 1 call before we start taking the calls. Somebody hit me up on the DMs.
Hey.
Hey.
Hold on, let me
Can you
turn
turn me
you off.
down? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So if you go and look at that earlier stream from JB and what's his face,
Yes.
they actually have on the banner underneath it, I sent you the picture of it. It says the DNA information shows inconclusive,
Right.
possibly. It says laundry autopsy inconclusive, family grieves privately and whatever. But I need to take a couple shots just for your comments. But no, I want to say thank you for doing the one about the children, because that kind of shit needs to be looked at. Like, that's just
Yeah, it's nuts.
not even
Freaking crazy.
That's not even okay. For even other people that stench would be so bad, but for three other kids to know that their brother or sister, relative, sibling is literally dead. I mean, could you only imagine what they were trying to source for food? And yeah, it's me again. But
I know. I mean, all that time with a corpse, with skeleton remains, three other kids, I think. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how that's even. And the mother, and then how the police just let him leave. Like, I just don't understand what kind of police, what kind of, I don't know, is that the new police reform or something? Or they're just letting people go and stuff?
I've been in a rabbit hole of watching a bunch of the cops in Florida and their arrests and getting pulled over for very bad things. And it's like, Florida really has a problem with that. And then whenever you go into I'm from Texas, but not in the Houston area, but that's ridiculous. There should have been no kids ever left behind like that, where any child would ever have to take care of three other siblings and also watch one die. I'm sorry.
Right.
This was just and I know I have my 3-minute rule, but it was
Well,
just
thank you.
so
Yeah,
irritating
appreciate the
to see
call.
that.
And thank you for the
Yeah,
support.
you just so yeah, that was the banner that I saw. So
All right. Thanks. Appreciate it.
all right, y'all be
All
good,
right.
guys.
Bye.
I'll take a shot. Bye.
I'll take one after. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. 971. How you doing? Where you
Hey,
calling from?
Mel.
Hey, who's this?
This is downtown Trina Brown again from Oregon. How are you?
Hey, good. Welcome. I'm good. How you doing?
So here's the thing with that Nalgene water bottle. The only reason why I think it's real, I was looking at another YouTuber's thing earlier, and it specifically says Seattle REI on it. It's not one you can just buy anywhere. It's specific to Seattle REI.
Oh, okay. Some people were saying oh, it's on Amazon. It's everywhere. I mean, unless they have Amazon listing.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not. So that was the main reason they thought that. So I think that's real. As far as everything else, I don't know. Who the hell knows anymore? And then also, the protesters have been gone for 3 days. They let it go 3 days ago. And the Laundries have been gone since yesterday morning in Orlando with Cassie.
That's what I heard. So they went to Orlando, huh?
Yeah, they're still in Orlando with Cassie, per a reporter that followed them. So, that's how this case all started, which is weird. They were in Orlando, so it's just weird. But, I'm sure they went to get away. It's just, they're with Cassie. I knew she was lying. I knew they had been talking. It's just a shit show.
Well, thank you for the call.
Anyway,
yeah, appreciate your
thanks
thoughts and
for
feedback.
taking my call. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Okay, 972. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Thanks for calling.
Good. You're welcome. I had called before. I guess I had discussed about the towers and stuff like that. I wanted to talk about, I guess,
like the phone
everybody
thing?
knows that-
You had that phone?
Yeah.
Okay, you have a business in that too, I think you said? Or
Right.
Oh, yeah. That was a good call.
Yeah, absolutely. I try to give a very logical feedback. I know everyone has their speculations, and I'm one of them. I'm not a part of the investigation, but you never know who has a very sensible outlook on things.
Right.
But from day one, Cassie's story just didn't add up. The one thing I did believe that she said was that we've already lost Brian, or my brother, I don't want to lose or I'm going to lose my parents too. That really hits differently now when you look at it. It's my speculation that when they went to go get that Mustang initially, they found Brian deceased. That is my ultimate speculation. The reason why I say that is when that happened, I do believe that they either found a video message or he sent them a video message, because I don't think that FBI kept going back there on a hunch. I don't think that they spent $4.5+ million on a hunch. You know, they had concrete information based on the information that they were provided. They're saying openly that they don't trust the Laundries. They know everything is odd about what they're doing. They're hella suspicious. You know, everybody knows that. You know, their dogs know that. Everybody knows. But I do think that the evidence that they were provided was that either they gave them a letter from Brian that they found when they initially found him, or a message or something. Maybe he sent a video message and he was in the background. They can see the trees, maybe some clues that he was there.
Right.
Because there's a reason why they kept going back there. Now with all of these things being found, and the fact that everyone's saying that, oh, how did they know where to go? I think that they saw him there and they left him there. You know, I think that
when they went to when they brought the vehicle back.
Correct.
Like when,
and I think that they very well may have intended to go back there, but they got bombarded with protesters, media, police. I mean, they just couldn't, because now they are being watched like a hawk. And then the water started to pile up, and they were just stuck there. Another thing is that the protesters that came, I guess it was yesterday or day before yesterday, some random lady came and started taking out more signs and started talking about, we love Gabby, blah, 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 whatever. The whole world loves her, but her personal take on it was whatever. And so a thing that she said before walking away was, they made a mistake. Forgive them and let it go. Again, hits differently when you think about how the scenario is unfolding, that, they knew exactly where to go. I think that they followed maybe a video message that Brian may have sent them. And at the time when Brian's father decided randomly that he was going to go help, and everybody again was all, going crazy that, oh, he went for 3 hours and came back.
We're past 3 minutes too, so last point. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. I completely understand. He did take a bag with him. When he came back, the bag was half empty. And the square thing that was in there, like a book or something, was missing from his bag. So if you, again, go back to those videos, pull up those points and circle those, highlight those differences, and again, pull up Cassie's video and listen to the statement she gave to the protesters. It's going to hit differently.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate the call and giving your thoughts on that.
Absolutely.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Night. I got a tweet too that somebody tagged me, which I thought was kind of interesting. And it says, iCkEdMeL, where's that hiker that said he talked to Brian on the Appalachian Trail 3 weeks ago? Dennis Davis. That's interesting. And I remember that guy said that like 99.99% sure that was Brian. Yeah. 323, how you doing? Where you calling from?
DC.
Hey, welcome. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Thank you for everything you do, iCkEdMeL. I definitely love your channel and
appreciate it.
What you do for the people. But I had a question regarding Gabby Petito's friend who started the GoFundMe page and the funds for, I guess, the missing people. Where does this money go, and is there a way to track, these donated funds that people donate
question.
to help find missing people?
You're talking about the not the GoFundMe, but the foundation, the Gabby Petito Foundation website. Yeah,
no, but her one friend in Florida started a GoFundMe or started her own, like Gabby Petito, and she raised like $90,000.
See, I sent money to the. Let me see, which one did I send? Yeah, the 90,000. It went up to 95,000.
Yeah.
And it says the
It's like, is there
organizers
a
Gary.
way to verify this is going to help people?
Yeah, I don't know where that. I have no idea. The one I sent Gary right. Let me double check. But yeah, I have no idea about exactly like if they made some sort of transparency thing where you would know where it's going. Let me double check. Is that the one I sent to? Yeah, that's the one I sent to. It's already closed too.
It's
so
very
I don't know.
interesting because you remember that one story of the homeless, that couple in Philadelphia that found the homeless and they ran that whole scam, and it's like there's a lot of nefarious things going on with people. On the front, there's good intentions, and on the back end, it's like what's really going on.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I mean, I would think it's gonna be for a good cause, but because I know the Gabby Petito Foundation, it was supposed to be for other families, so they don't have to go through the same thing. I mean, I don't know exactly how they would
What does that
disperse
mean?
those,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
let me see media. I mean, I think they're having events, but I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And also with the bones in the reserve, it's like with the videos you just showed, there's so many bones out there. It's like the cadaver dog should have been going crazy. It's like,
well, I guess so far, I guess those aren't human bones. I guess they can tell the difference, but they should have picked up on the skull and whatever other remains of him was there before. But I guess they're trying to say it was underwater. But even we saw the cadaver dog experts say that it shouldn't have mattered.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe they couldn't get into that area.
And is it 100% confirmed that the skull is Brian's skull?
Just by dental records, from what I hear.
Just by dental. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that could that technically mean one tooth or a couple teeth are found, and you could.
I don't think they ever specified. Yeah, I don't think they ever specified. Like, was it the
all
whole?
This is very interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And they did it fast. It was super fast, man. I mean, I guess it doesn't take long, but some places they give you a hard time to give the records I read or heard. I thought it was like in a day they did it. I'm making one day.
Under 24 hours. Under 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
It's surprising. It's very surprising. But yeah, I just wanted to put those 2 cents on there. Have
Thank you,
think
man.
about that. No problem.
Appreciate the call, dude. All right. Take care, man.
Yes, take care. Peace.
Peace. Good questions. 239. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, Mel.
Hey. Who's this?
Hey, it's Eric. I'm calling from Tampa. I spoke to you, I think, a week or two ago.
Nice, man. Thanks for calling back. How you doing?
I'm doing well. A couple of quick things. I was watching the Bertolino interview with you, and I was getting all fired up. This guy, angry at the public for questioning. I don't care how asinine the public had some theories of the planting bones and some other things. If you come back and do everything we know about this case, and we have no information to go on, this guy is up there flexing and getting like an attitude about the public having opinions. That's all we have, our opinions.
Yeah, he was snapping.
It was like and I'm all fired up right now.
Yeah, he was popping off, man. He was popping off. What I was talking about with some people too, I think that whole thing with Ashley Banfield, they definitely set it up. It was planned. And I also think, because I remember when I was watching the video of Ashley talking about the interview after, and she was saying they didn't like how Marnie, I think her name, was treated by the attorney. So I feel like they almost kind of planned this to kind of get back at him. Like, it was very, they had Brian waiting, and they were checking him on his details, and he was kind of getting shook up. So,
And the other thing, I was so into, years ago, the Natalie Holloway case.
Yeah.
So now, getting invested into this case, I'm at the point now with all this craziness on how it ended, the coincidences, them going in the next day after it was open, and coincidentally, what did we find? A skull, and what's in a skull? The teeth, and we're perfect. It's going to take a while to figure it out. Next day, it's Brian. It has now gotten to the point, it's like, I'm so over it, but I always check each day. It's this weird fight I have inside my head that I'm like, what else can happen? What else can just be the most craziest scenario? Like, it just doesn't end. It just doesn't end. And there's so, like, teeth. Okay, you got the teeth and the dental records. There's nothing else. Very coincidental. And like you just said with the last caller, they're in there for one day and they're out. After all this has gone on, how is that not like a methodical
Amazon
thing? I think you
employees
even
earn
had
at least $15
the
an
private
hour.
investigator on before the day they found the skull, and he even said, "Oh, there's no way that park's going to be open for a while." It's open the next day.
Right. That was crazy to me too, how quick it was up and running and open to the public.
Yeah, just crazy. So that's it. Just wanted to follow up on that. But the whole lawyer thing got me all fired up. And now that the way this has kind of ended, and I feel so bad for the family, just probably never going to get the answers, to fully heal. That just bothers me too. And I just think also the way that this is all kind of conspiracy at the end with the way they found it, like there's that weird glimmer of like he's still alive. Like it's nuts.
A lot of people, I've seen a lot of people feel that he is. There's a lot of people that have messaged me saying they think he's alive.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I think I could live to be 200, and I'm not going to ever hear a story like this again. It's crazy.
Well, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate the call and the
All
feedback.
right, got you.
All right, take care.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Good call. 336. How you doing? Where you calling from?
I'm doing all right. I'm calling from Virginia. I spoke with you the other night, but I had 3 points. Two are something that a lady said a few calls ago. She had mentioned that the bottle said Seattle, Washington on it. The company REI is based out of Seattle, Washington. That's why the bottle says that. Also, the DNA, Fox News reported that the DNA wasn't a match. They didn't mean it was misrepresented. They kind of clickbaited everyone. What it meant was that there was speculation that it was supposed to be released today, or the findings, and they didn't release it. So they were like, no DNA match. It was kind of clickbait. So I just wanted to. And then the last thing, I heard a lady say that she believed that, well, there's a lot of people that believe that I also believe they found the body when they went back to get the Mustang. I think like any parent that has children and has a child that didn't come home and they know that they're somewhere, they're going to go looking for them. And I believe that they probably found the body when they went back to get the Mustang, and for fear of getting in trouble or fear of someone blaming them or saying they had something to do with it, I think they just left him there and figured that law enforcement would do their jobs and find him quickly. And I think, even though it would be super hard to leave your child there knowing that they were just laying there dead, I think that might have been the best thing that they could have done. So I believe that they probably, the way his dad beelined in there, after I've gone back and watched the videos, it seems like he knew where to go too. So I feel like there's a possibility he could have found him. And they did a super sloppy job, like clearing that area. People are finding bottles and socks. Yeah. It's ridiculous. None of that should ever be happening unless they went there and clearly, instead of treating it like a potential crime scene, a potential murder like they should have, they just assumed that it was a suicide. And, of course, if it's a suicide, they're not going to, it's not a crime, so they're not going to really be looking around. But it should have never been treated that way because they don't know for a fact that he committed suicide. Someone could have killed him.
Right.
Not that somebody did, but you know what I'm saying. It's very possible. But that's my 3 cents for today.
Thank you, man. You. Yeah, appreciate the call.
You have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. I remember him calling last time. It was a good call. I see the website for this REI thing. I looked on Amazon because they have products on there too, and they don't have that specific water bottle on there. This one. They have a couple of other ones, but not that one. Next call, 360. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Hey, welcome. Welcome to the live.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
That's all right.
So I'm calling from Seattle, home of the water bottle.
Right.
And I I got to tell you, I mean, I called the REI store today, and they already sold out.
Really?
Of that water bottle? Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, because I wanted to get one. And so I called because I'm a little bit north of Seattle and Bellingham, and there's REIs. It's like the McDonald's of like outdoors. They're all over the place here, but they're huge. They're nationwide. I mean, they're super popular among the outdoors people. But yeah, so I called and they said they sold out today. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Wow. So I guess it's good for business. Damn.
Yeah, I guess
everybody
so.
just wants it. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. All right, man. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, dude. Thank you for the call. Take care.
Yep.
Okay. 707. And Ashley, you did DM me that. I didn't see that. Thank you. All my tweet, like the DMs keep showing up in message requests and I have to go and accept it. Instagram's the same way. 707. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Hey. 707. Hey.
Hey. Yeah, I'm calling from California, Bay
Welcome.
Area. Yeah. Now, I know this could sound like, I was just wondering, because the Laundrie parents were catching a lot of heat. And, it's the whole thing when they found everything, when the Laundrie parents went in there, they found it in the way that the law enforcement went in afterwards. They were in and out. And that's just, none of it makes sense. So you wonder sometimes on whether or not they're doing this in order to pull some heat off of the Laundries. And then later on, they're going to come back later and say, oh, well, yeah, the DNA didn't match. And, I don't know. I mean, none of this makes sense.
All right. What do you think about the water bottle? Any thoughts? Believe it's definitely hers or not?
The water bottle definitely looks like hers.
Mm.
But they both had the same water bottle too. It could have been his. There's another picture of him with the water bottle that has a matching top, and that's like everything. That's a hell of a coincidence. But the whole thing, this whole case is full of coincidences.
Right.
And just things like crossing paths. It's crazy that they're leaving anything behind. And just like I think it was a caller before the last one said that for them to go in and just assume that it was a suicide and then to leave, that's, because who's to say that, I was always thinking that, because there's a couple days, and if my daughter was missing and her boyfriend wasn't saying anything, I would be in the car driving there that day.
Oh yeah. Be a huge problem.
I always wondered, I was always wondering. I mean, it matches the timeline on when it would have been for,
Right.
the father to get there, and then all of a sudden, like nobody. I mean, just think if he was driving by right when Brian was pulling out, he would have followed him right there, and then nobody would ever, because there's no way that he would have been able to stop himself.
Right. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate the call. Thank you for calling in.
All right.
All right. Take care. Brian's doing a little live stream. He's going to be on tonight, I guess, at News Nation. Let me get the super chats real quick, and then I'll get to the rest of the calls. Darren says, the water bottle is literally available online. I live in France and can buy one with international shipping. I'm about to find Gabby's bottle in Paris. I'll make a part 6 TikTok about it. Thanks, man. Mish, thank you for the super chat. Ashley, the bottle is available on REI Co-op site. Sent the picture to your Twitter. Thank you. I got that. Thank you so much. Rianne, the surname Bertolino is Italian. So Petito, go figure. Tess, there's an interview with former convict who faked his death and hid for 2 years before getting caught. He thinks that was Brian is doing. Interesting. If you could email me sometime, send me a link to that. We could check it out. Not right now, but next time. Okay. 412, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hello, Pennsylvania.
Hey, welcome.
Hi. Do you think that it's possible that Brian came home and told his parents that he did kill Gabby and that he didn't want to do life in prison and that maybe suicide or killing himself is just like being dead, because it's like being dead in prison too.
Mm.
And so they had that final camping trip as a whole family together. Maybe they made a plan, and that's why they knew exactly where to find him, because the parents didn't seem to be very shocked about his death either.
Right.
Just something to think about.
Right. I saw like I think they just wiped like a tear from his eye kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe he did. Yeah, who knows what happened at that camping trip, or the time where they were at Fort DeSoto and they were all talking there, and even the sister showed up as like a family meeting. And maybe he was making peace. Maybe he was trying to enjoy his last moments, because he probably didn't want to face the consequences or the public for things that happened.
Yeah, the media, going through, like, putting his parents through the media of going through the trial, and and then them having to deal with him in prison for life.
Mm.
I don't know.
Right.
That's all
Okay.
I wanted to say, though.
Well, thank you. Appreciate the call.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Bye. 203. How you doing? Where you calling from? 203. Oh, I didn't. Oh, they hung up. Okay. 727. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey.
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 Who's
How are
this?
you?
Good. Who's this?
Mayor.
Hey, Mayor. What's up? Welcome. Thanks for calling.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know if the connection's good.
Yeah, I hear you. You're good.
Okay. So, yeah, I was trying not to call in, but whatever. So, I don't know. I just feel like the guy did have on point. It's not really the job of the police to pick up all the litter and stuff that you do find going through, like, sometimes when you get in the wilderness, people do stuff, they do litter. Obviously, in my opinion, I feel like if it wasn't of significance to them, that's probably why they didn't pick it up. So maybe it's not I'm missing something, but I don't know. Also, I don't know what went on out there, but
Yeah.
there could be two sides. Just want to give a hand to Brian Enton, because when he was on with Ashley Banfield and the attorney, I mean, he kind of really did kind of end that one.
Yeah.
I think for him, or gave him an out, because I was getting rather heated. But anyways, I think I'll cut it short tonight. I got to
Awesome.
get going.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk. But
All
yeah, thank you for
right.
calling in.
All right, good job.
Okay.
Glad you're getting a lot done. All right,
Thank
take
you.
care. Hope you
All right,
got
you
as well.
too. Thank you.
All right, peace, love, bye.
Bye. Okay, we're gonna do, let's see, 2 more calls and then we're done with the calls. 417, how you doing? Where you calling from?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Welcome.
I'm in Missouri Ozarks.
Missouri. Okay, cool.
I'm not gonna make it long, but the whole thing just boils down to one word for me, and that's floater, because dead bodies float, and I can't imagine that didn't smell to the dogs, and they came in right in that area where he was supposed to have gone before. So the whole thing, I can't get past that.
Right.
He was not. If his body was there, it wouldn't have been submerged. It would have been floating.
He says.
So I don't know.
Very weird. I guess, what do you think? Animals got them or something, or?
Hard to say.
Right. Who knows, right? Who really knows, really?
Right. Oh, anyway, thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. Take care.
Bye.
Okay. 250, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Canada. I'm kind of in the middle of the water right beside Seattle. But this is kind of weird, because as much as the other callers were talking about how they knew where the body was, I'm kind of thinking that, how he had multiple cell phones that were unmarked. I was always asking my friends, can Google track where unmarked phones are? Because if that's the case, then his parents obviously knew or had that number to that unmarked phone. So whenever he wanted to Google I don't know how the iPhones work with that nonsense, but whenever they wanted to locate him or track him, they could, because they had that in their notifications. That's all I wanted to say, because in so many cases, I feel what everybody else is kind of feeling. The family knew where he was at. They had the inside before the law did. You know what I mean? But much respect to what you do. Props.
Thanks,
Stay
man.
up.
Appreciate it.
Take care. Take care.
Take care, you too. Thanks. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, guys. Here's the plan. Are you ready for another live stream? So we're gonna listen to Brian Enton. There is this new interview that came out for the people that have been watching Chloe Smith. There's a new interview with the mother and stepdad that just came out. And I want to take you guys to watch it with me to the next stream. So we're going to listen to Brian. Let me set up the stream and I'll just transfer you guys over. We'll watch and react to that and then we'll call it.
I have it on my list. I'll find out. A lot of you are asking about Bertolino and when he's going to be back on Banfield. I'll try to find out after this live. I'm not sure. Do I think all of this is completely strange? Yeah, there's been a lot of weird twists and turns. Again, I was not expecting the Northport PD development today. The fact that they said that they thought Roberta was Brian, and that's why they said they had eyes on Brian. That wasn't something I had heard rumblings of or anything. That was totally new to me today. So
Screwed up.
we don't know. We haven't been able to find out the name of the anthropologist that the bones went to. Some of you are asking that.
All right, give me 1 second. Just setting it up here. So we're good.
We did. So some of you are asking about the gun found in Fort DeSoto. We did get the information on that today from the sheriff's office. But there's no connection right now to the Laundrie case. So it could be anything. So the hidden cameras have been taken down, at least some of them. When I was in Northport earlier, I found out that they started taking them down now.
Oh, shoot. Just screwed up. Oh, Lord. Hold on a second.
We don't know where the Laundries are. We have no idea.
Oh, I just screwed up the stream.
Do I really think the water bottle is Gabby's? So I have no idea. I'm not sure. I know they're investigating it. I confirmed with Northport Police that it's part of the investigation. But beyond that, I don't know.